What's up, everybody? It's Nathan Larsen here, back at you with another video for those of you guys who make music at home, whether you're a producer, artist, songwriter. If you write and record your own music at home, this is the channel for you. And I say this all the time, but if that sounds like you need to subscribe to the channel. Just come on, just do it. So apparently, like, Grammy nominated people are watching my channel. So first of all, hi guys, how's it going? You can always DM me. So a Grammy nominated producer by the name of Forest Glen Whitehead reached out to me several months ago, actually at the end of 2020. We started talking and we've since become pretty good friends. And basically I ended up going to Nashville to do a collaboration with him, and that's what we're doing in this video. So I think what we need to do now is just go to Nashville. So
what's up, dude?
Forest?
What's up?
Forest?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, how's it going?
Dude.
So, you've got a couple hit records, right?
Music's been good to me. I'm a producer here in Nashville, Tennessee. I've produced 5 #1 songs with country artist Kelsey Ballerini. I'm Grammy nominated this year for a track that I produced on Mickey Guyton, a song called Black Like Me. So Nashville's been good to me, and I'm excited you flew down here to
that's awesome, man. That's
make some
awesome.
music.
I've got some hits too. I make music on YouTube.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, we're gonna change that today.
Dude,
we're gonna make a banger.
We're gonna make some amazing
We're gonna make a
stuff.
banger!
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna do
Today, right now.
Yes, absolutely. So we only have about a day and a half to make this track, so we're gonna go ahead and just get jumping into making music. We're probably not gonna have a whole lot of time to film during the process, but we are gonna jump back in with you guys in just a second and show you what we come up with in a minute. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Bro, you're the man.
Yeah, man.
You're the man. We're gonna pick this up back in my studio where I'm actually gonna show you guys exactly what's going on inside of this track. We'll do it here in just a second.
Oh, and by the way, you need to make sure you subscribe to Forest's channel. That link is in the description down below. He's teaching songwriting and producing as well, a ton of value on his channel, so make sure you go give him some love. I mean, let's be real, how many Grammy nominated songwriters and producers are actually sharing their information on YouTube? And he is.
All right, so let's just start at the beginning. I think, like, obviously the piano is really the driving force, at least for the beginning here of this whole song, is just like this piano thing going on, which you came up with this chord progression originally. And then that progression pretty much honestly carries through the whole song. And then we do like a couple different rhythmic things like this and here. Really kind of gives the push forward, if you will, of the whole song.
Yeah, man, and like just the contrast of those same chords, but just used in a different phrasing, just brought the whole thing to life. I love that about it.
Yeah.
And that same phrase being played throughout the chorus as well, just the quicker pulsing notes, even just with a different progression on it, sounded awesome.
I don't wanna lay here and wonder where it all went wrong.
It's a nice rhythmic kind of lilt to it that just pushes this whole thing forward. I think what would be really cool to do is to like kind of show what we built first, because after you had come up with the original progression, we kind of flip-flopped a little bit, and then I started like actually more or less filling out the arrangement with the production. And where I started was actually in like what you would consider like the drop. And I just want to kind of like show everyone like some of the process that went into it, because obviously we had this piano part here. All right, let's get like some drums, kick in there. Then it was really honestly just like about, okay, let's get some bass thrown in here. And for me, I think I did like 2 layers of bass. And it's just following that bass pattern in the piano, like snaps and claps, hi-hats, all that stuff. You can see here I have 3 different hi-hats, and this is actually a really cool strategy for coming up with good hi-hat patterns, is you don't have just one hi-hat, you can actually have like multiple hi-hats that sound different, each doing their own kind of thing. Which is pretty driving. And then you came up with this like snare sound, which I mean, I felt like it was such a simple move, but it like really took things to the next level. And honestly, like, isn't this just how it is with producing? Like, lots of small decisions made right that ultimately like glue together a really solid production.
Totally. And my earlier tracks used to have like hundreds of tracks, unnecessary layers. It's the decisions you make on the tracks, the track choices and the quality of sounds you use. I know you're all about that, about using quality sounds from the source, and that's exactly what we're trying to do here. Is just use expensive sounding stuff and not have as much track count to achieve the same type of mix that you would.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, because this snare here, just like in that, even just that simple bop, 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 that just, I mean, it's like such a basic rhythm, but it's funny how sometimes those super basic rhythms, just right in here, just that little offbeat hit, it can just like take us to a different place. Let's talk about this little hook melody thing in here, this one right here. That is actual piano. Like, that's real piano. We legitimately sampled in your studio and like actually muted the string with my finger and played a note, and we literally just sampled that one note. Like, I can just play it here. And then just layered that in with a few other sounds, which this is just such a good trick for anyone who's wanting to produce music. Is if you want like really unique sounds, it's usually not just one sound that's accomplishing it. It's the ability to layer two sounds that are complementary, and one sound has one element that you love, the other sound has an element that other element is missing, that can then complement and like work together to like jive. So, we had that plucked piano, and then I added this sound here, which just had just a nice little texture to it, and then like this heart pluck.
That's a great blend. Those are great layers, and I love that about being able to take one simple part, drag it on a couple, copy and paste some MIDI, but knowing which sounds to grab to make it interesting. That's what you're great at too, is layering, and just those contrast of layers is what make a great production. And this is a great example of that.
What we ended up doing was this string patch, and that was this sound right here. And literally just staccato strings, just pulled up one of their orchestral sounds. You got that layered in with the piano here.
Great layer.
Just very complimentary. I added this little brass sound, I'll play here.
And also good to note, it's only happening every now and then compared to the other notes and the phrasing. So you have a unique sound like that brass that you don't want it to steal too much attention.
Yes.
I love the way that you only drop it in there every other bar. And go to the part where we did the drums with the brush kit.
Oh, yeah.
And this was an actual kit, and which whenever you first suggested this, I was like, I don't see how a brush kit's going to make sense here, but for this moment, it really makes sense.
And obviously, this is the pre-mixed version. What you actually mixed was it just took it to a whole other level. One of the big things with this track that I really appreciated so much was that we didn't do like the whole typical copy-paste kind of a thing. Like, I think so many producers or whatever, like, they have this like attitude like, oh, like, it worked on chorus 1, we'll just copy paste it over, and like worked on verse 2, we'll just copy paste it over. And obviously, if you look at my track here, I've copy pasted some stuff over, but like every single time I do something, it's like I want to introduce something new, put something new in there, or take something away. Verse 1 and verse 2 couldn't be more different. And so it's like, I just think about it from the perspective of like, my job as a producer is to create something that is going to take my listener somewhere, like take them on a journey. And what does that say about me if I'm just kind of like lazy? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just, we're done. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good. Are you in this for yourself, or are you in this for your listener?
I love it.
Boom!
I love it. No, I felt like I was like listening to a podcast
go!
or something. Producer Accelerator podcast.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. There's one other thing I want to show you guys. And then, dude, I think it's actually two other things I want to show you guys. And then I think it's time that we do the reveal of the music video and show them what we got. So the first thing is this little hit here in this chorus. I'm going to mute out the vocals so we can really hear it. We've got all this forward momentum happening right here, right? Like 4 on the floor, that 1, 2, 3, before. But notice what happens right about here. I'm gonna kind of play it a little bit earlier. How everything basically just like whoop, gets sucked up, and there's a hit, and then it keeps going. And like just how that, I just love it. That's what I'm talking about. I love that so much. And it's as simple as just removing the first beat. It's it.
And that it happens every chorus. It gives you something to look forward to.
Yes. Yep.
You know, a lot of those moments, a lot of people just do it on the last chorus, but I love that that moment happens pretty much every chorus to kind of let you catch on by the end of the song.
The last thing was using 2 different piano sounds throughout this track, because we used this una corda piano sound, which is the main piano sound, but we use this other one. You can see Noir, which is also native instruments, and you can see this is in verse 2.
Won't mean much. Tell me to just let it break.
It's like you can't even hear the awesomeness of what that Noir piano is until you solo it up like that. But that's a beautiful part happening under all the production.
Well, and yeah, I mean, you take away the vocals and it's a little more evident, but here's one of the things that I love about producing is you can produce in such a way where you don't hear it until it's gone. I love it. Like, that's so awesome when you can accomplish a sound that like the listener doesn't even know is there. But if you were to take that sound out, mute it out, it like something's missing. You know what I mean? Like, because you just listen to this instrumental here. Okay, so let's take that Noir out now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it adds so much. It adds space. It adds a little bit of that counter melody. Bum, 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 ba-da-bum, bum. I mean, I love it. I love it so much. What do you think? You think we should show them?
Dude,
you want to see the video? Let's do the video. Here we go. Let's do it.
It's 2:45 in the morning. I'm wondering where you're going. Can act like I don't know it's all my fault. I don't wanna let you go, no. They say you know when you know, so it must be really over after all. I don't wanna fight, I know you was right, baby. If I can't be your man, I don't understand, no. I don't wanna lay here and wonder where it all went wrong. I don't wanna wake up tomorrow till you're really gone. Tell me to just let it break the way our heart does, and let me just lie awake thinking you're not sure. You don't wanna love me, no. You don't wanna love me anymore. I don't wanna lay here and wonder where it all went wrong. I don't wanna wake up tomorrow till you're really gone. I don't wanna fight, I know you was right, baby. Are you really
So for those of you guys who want to level up your own productions, first of all, you need to subscribe to the channel. I have so many wonderful tutorials here on the YouTubes. And number two, if you want to take your productions even further, you got to check out my program, Producer Accelerator. It is the ultimate online music production course. You can find that link in the description down below. I also have a free training where I cover the 7 keys to pro home studio productions, just to make sure that you're actually focused and having clarity on the right things. And with that said, if you've not already subscribed or dropped a comment down below, make sure you do that now, and we'll see you in the next one.